This is me trying to wait for this train to go by so I can do a video. But yeah. I'm gonna try to do this and try to cover up this train right here. But I'm out here at Rose Hill Cemetery today, and walking down Soldier Square. Now let me wait this train goes by. Just make sure there's no cars coming. I'm walking down the road. I'm out here at Rose Hill Cemetery today, walking down Soldier Square. Behind me, you got the Burgard family. I'm trying to find Miss Minnie Burgard. I'm having a hard time. I think she's buried there, and I think her plot is not marked. So that's going to be another discussion. So I've already did a TikTok video of what I'm about to talk about today. Downtown Macon, we have Luther Williams Field. A lot of movies were played there, made there. You got Trouble with the Curve, 42. I don't know if League of Their Own was filmed there. I'm not too sure about that. Some of it. I know most of it was filmed somewhere else. But groundskeeper people are always busy. So I am walking down here to the grave that Luther Williams Field was named after. Mr. Luther Williams was born in Wales, England. UK, I should say, Wales, UK. And then United Kingdom. And then he moved to America. There's people up there. And when he got to America, he loved baseball. He loved everything about baseball. Fell in love with the sport. Settled down in Macon, Georgia here, and he started his bank, the Luther Williams Banking. And he decided he was going to get together money to build a stadium. Well, he helped finance the stadium here at Macon, Georgia, Luther Williams Field at this time. And back in 1909, I believe it was. Well, he ran for mayor, and he became mayor of Macon, Georgia. And then while he was a mayor, they decided to name the stadium after him, the Luther Williams Field. And from then on, it's always been Luther Williams Field. They filmed movies there because the stadium still pretty much looks like it was when it was built. Like an old 1909 stadium. It's one of the oldest ones in the United States right now. So yeah, there's that. And so here we're going to be at the grave. And what gets me is I've been by this grave thousands of times, thousands. All my brothers are buried right up there. So I've been by this grave, and I never knew it was here. Never. And then I was like, well, I walked by here one day and I just happened to look at this step right here. Let me show you. I happened to look at this step. I said Luther Williams, so I started researching it, and sure enough, this is the grave of Mr. Luther Williams, the mayor, the banker of Macon, Georgia, and that the stadium was named after. I see, when I did my TikTok video, it was really grass grown, and everybody was talking about, but they always cut here. It's just it's not a big crew, so the time they get the other side of this is grown up. I always try to film where they're not at. So this is the grave of Mr. Luther Williams, right here. As you can see, my shadow. I try to keep my shadow out of it. There's Luther Williams, his wife. I think that's his son. I'm not too sure. This is his daughter. She was 21 years old. I thought she was younger than that, but she was 21. John, don't know who these are, but yeah, Mr. Luther Williams here. But Mr. Luther Williams, having the bank, I was looking at some of his banking advertisements, and I'll probably put an ad right here of their banking. I see one name on there. Well, I see two names. One, Hardeman. I'm trying to figure out if that was named after the road was named after, and it wasn't. But the other name on there, Sparks. Now, he is the great grandson of I can't pronounce his first name, but he was also a mayor of Macon during 1863, I think it was. He was mayor twice. Before the Civil War and right at 1863, he served as mayor. I need to do some research that, but he's the grandson of a mayor, Mr. Sparks. And I don't know where he's buried. He might be buried up there. The odd thing is, Luther Williams is buried here near the Allman Brothers. Mr. Sparks is buried where the Allman Brothers took their picture when Dwayne was standing in that mausoleum type looking thing. They're buried right there. So I thought that was coincidental, you know. But anyway, Mr. Williams, I went to that baseball stadium many times. That's where Pete Rose started. A lot of the Braves started there. They had the Macon Braves. They had the Peaches. Macon Peaches played there. A lot of other things. They have concerts there. So, grounds. Everybody on the TikTok's like, they don't keep up. They do. It's just, it's so big. This place is so big that the time they get from one spot to the other one, the spot over here is grown up. So they can't come back. It's not like this huge cutting crew. It's only like 6-7 people. And this sits on, Jesus Christ, a lot of land. There's probably over 100,000 people buried here. Probably, I don't know. I have never looked at it really. But if you ever want to see the mayor of Macon, Mr. Luther Williams, what they named the baseball stadium after, he's right here. If you ever go see the Allman Brothers and you park right here by the bandstand and you walk up there, that's Mr. Luther Williams right there. Pretty cool. Cool making history. All right, let's go find something else. All right, so one of the directors of the Luther Williams Bank was A.O.B. Sparks. Now, he was the grandson of Ovid, O-V-I-D Sparks. And being Mr. Williams was a mayor of Macon, the grandson Spark of Ovid, Mr. Ovid was a mayor, and here his grave is. So he was a mayor 1858 to 1860, then again in 1863. His wife, and I'm looking for A.O.B. Sparks, but I see he's not buried here. Love Sparks, Susan Sparks, Ashley Sparks, no, Ashley Vickers, Robertia Sparks, Confederate soldier, Thomas Sparks, and as you can see, he's buried right here at the Bond Monument that the Allman Brothers hanged out at. It'd be nice to have that all put back together. There used to be angels on the pedestals. Hopefully we can get it put back together. Let's see, they got all this done. Phone cut off. But over at Evergreen Cemetery, I still haven't found one person. I'm still looking, but Yeah. And here in the Rose Hill, I'm hunting for Miss Minnie Burgard. I found a Burgard plot, but she's not buried there, and I don't know if her grave is marked. It'd be sad if her grave isn't marked. Miss Minnie Burgard was a school teacher, so I'm hunting for that one. And there's a few more over here I'm hunting for. I got about 7 projects going at one time for videos. Just getting the time to do the videos. And but anyway, if y'all like what I do, throw me a few bucks at my buy a cup of coffee, and you know, I'll give you a shout out on a video or something. And thanks for watching, man. I sure appreciate it. Y'all have a good one. I'll see you next time.